We have some market experts calling for absolute wonderful things coming for Bitcoin over the next few months. Some very, very high price predictions we're going to be taking a close look at. Get your thoughts on. We have more NATO-based central banks tapping out, saying they're going to do interest rate cuts. Now, right after the European Central Bank, we had Canada, all of these different central banks just falling like dominoes. And we're going to be taking a look at some of the top altcoins to watch for the next few months in 2024 as the bull market just gets hotter and hotter. Today, before the show, me and Owen are having some very serious conversations about his fluid intake. Basically, oh man, I got a cow lick there. We have a very serious problem. Owen is tied to the desk, and he brought up, you know what, Drew? I'm tied to the desk. We're always on air. Am I going to be able to drink anything? And I said, yes. Yes. So we may get a bigger mini fridge, not like a micro fridge, but a bigger mini fridge to make it happen for him. He's been snooping around on Facebook, sent me a link right before the show. We're thinking about it, maybe. I mean, we have like 10 of these things in the office. We'll see if we can work that out, but always upgrading the show. And of course, this show brought to you by Arculus, the leading cold storage app for all of your crypto. Right there. There's the Spartan. So let's get into it. I got a lot of news to get into today. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at DruthCrypto. I live in Antarctica, also known as Georgia. We're getting kind of close. We're getting some action here. I'm starting to interact more on the interwebs there. And we also have our channel going crazy here. We have 55,000 subscribers. Huge shout out to everyone in the chat, all the dwellers of this community. Dirty Dan, Small Face No Toe, Nicole Ministator, Sack Nasty coming out, been a member for I think a year flat. He might be the first one to reach that level of membership status. Huge shout out to you, Sack Nasty. Thank you for supporting the channel the way you do, man. It means the absolute world to me, my family, Nick, the whole team. Owen, maybe we'll actually be able to get Owen that mini fridge. Potentially. That might actually happen now. Deadwood, Crypto After Dark, what up, Jake? Sufficient Enough. And Danny Bird, we're getting after it here. So let's dive into the crypto data that I got and some other kind of larger price predictions from some past market experts. I got a lot of news on central banks. We're going to be doing a live poop tracker on Biden. We had some explosive news out of the pants of Biden this morning. Things getting weird. We have some on the ground updates from that and a lot of altcoins that we're watching here. So let's get into it. We got this from Sentiment. Talking about $70,000 Bitcoin, not nearly as big of a deal for traders as it was 3 months ago. According to social platform data, generally the lack of FOMO is a good sign that Bitcoin and other coins can break through with less crowd euphoria than previously caused tops. Huge shout out to $0 Giro for gifting the member. Damn, man, you guys are just amazing. Appreciate you, brother, so much. And Morel actually has more stuff coming to you, $0. He admitted there's one package that's still yet to come. Thanks. Oh, snap. Look at Arc Junkie. He's setting you up. Owen, this is happening. It's all happening for you, Owen. You may be able to have energy drinks within arm's reach soon enough. This is huge. This is huge noise. Look, he's going off the rails. Now you give him a soundboard and things get weird quick. Let's go back to this chart here. So we had the initial euphoria from the crowd after Bitcoin crossed the $70,000 level. We all remember it so well for the first time. And bounce above 70K causes a FOMO top right here. And then less 70K excitement shows that the FOMO has died down, which is a very, very good sign. The Bitcoin markets in general, guys, let's just go into it. Let's go into... oh God, this is crazy. We're going to get into that later. Let's go a new tab, coin market cap. We're just checking this out in general. Let's pull up trading view. I still haven't turned those damn things on, but I use trading view anyways. So this coiling, this range that we built up right now, it does feel very reminiscent, just price action wise, the loss of euphoria. Because last cycle, I was there. I remember it well. $10,000 was just a slap in the face a few times. It was this level we just could not break over. Now, this is the previous cycle, and I'm showing you this because this is in the same relevance of when the halving was. The halving was May of 2020. We spent months, just about 80 days, beating ourselves over the head here, wondering, oh my God, have we failed miserably? We recaptured like the punch down to 3,800 or whatnot right here. You know, this is register and it goes, yeah, 3,800. That reclaiming of 10K was a huge deal when the last bull market was just fermenting. But you can see we hit our head on this ceiling of about $9,900 many a times. This did take about 90 days for this to play out. Kind of where we're sitting right now, it just feels sentiment wise very similar to that time frame. Lots has changed on the graph, obviously, but we go here. Let's just back up. I need to get just a basic desktop. This situation right here, though at the previous all-time high is this new range that's kind of holding us from breaking past the $72,000 level, is showing as a point of resistance right now. We do have to show some strength to punch through this thing. And this $72,000 level that we're experiencing now feels to me very similar to the 10,000 of yesteryear, the last cycle. So a huge shout out to all the support. My God, I see super chats, Inked Pirates down in the Rumble chat. Kitty on Solana pumping nicely today. That's Johnny December. We may as well. You know what? Let's go. You're dropping me freaking soupy. Let's go. Let's see what Kitty's doing. Let's see here. No, not KTTY. It's KITTY. Roaring Kitty. Holy hell. We actually have a story about this. We did see some things happen. Oh, and pull my screen now. Let me find this the correct way here. Oh, here it is. Here it is. So Roaring Kitty updated his YouTube live stream playlist today on the YouTube channel. Updated today. The markets apparently saw this. Took this as the ultimate signal. We are so back. We have Kitty just absolutely ripping once again. Also, GME, another pretty exciting meme coin that came back into the limelight because of the return of Roaring Kitty. Look at that price action, just looking vicious. The markets are moving in absolute chaos mode right now. Absolutely love it. But where we're at in Bitcoin, as long as we're holding this range, staying strong, we can bounce in within this range for some time. But this amount of time that we've spent ranging is also 80 days. So something to keep in mind. We're going to be looking at a couple pretty lofty predictions, but the time frame sentiment wise feels very similar to this tiny little blip in the map before the real juicy part of the bull market. So I will preface the rest of these stories with that, because we're going to be talking about Robert Kiyosaki now. And now Robert Kiyosaki, his larger macro thesis, I do agree with. I just think that he calls things well too far in advance, which is a bad thing. If you keep saying the same thing, people are like, when are we all going to die? When's the market going to crash? I'd say a broken clock is right twice a day. And he does have a lot of validity to the backdrop of what he says. Now, the cataclysm behind what he says is something that I disagree with. I don't think it's going to be the absolute gutting of markets at large across the board. I think it's just a large change in what we took as normal in the previous past. So Robert Kiyosaki coming out here predicting Bitcoin to hit $350,000 by this date. Let's see. Here he is mining his Bitcoin the old earnest way, down in the trenches. As he continues to warn about a financial crisis in the U.S. and the world, popular investor and author Robert Kiyosaki has predicted one of his favorite assets could help protect oneself against the economic demise, and calling for a price of $350,000 by late August of 2024. Specifically, the author's best-selling finance book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, expressed his confidence that the maiden cryptocurrency would reach a stellar price of $350K by August 25th this year. Further, he pointed out that he continued to buy more Bitcoin and Ethereum, Solana, because he was quite certain that their prices will continue to rise because of the incompetence of our leaders, Biden, Treasury Secretary Yellen. That's a typo right there. My God, they had a typo on Yellen? That poor lady. And Fed Chair Powell. So this is a very, very left, way up into the moon prediction. Talking about Bitcoin hitting $350,000 in a few months' time. Just for context, let's, just for hoots, back up for a minute and see what that, I mean, look at this. Just, you'd have to condense this thing down. This is absolutely insane. I mean, I don't think this call is coming true, you guys. I'm just, just sitting here trying to be rational. We'll go to the week. God, you can't even get it there on the week. 350 would be right there. So essentially, he's calling from this point where we're at right now in June to here's August of 2024. Really not too far away, you guys. He's calling for just a flat out straight up into the moon only. Don't think it's going to happen. Would be great, but probably not what we're going to get. But it, you know, I'm taking it with a grain of salt. But honestly, this not going to happen. By the end of August, from where we sit right now, you know, if I'm disagreeing, I better give where I'm thinking. I think August, June, July, in about 2 months, I think we can start testing into that 80K range. I think that 80K, that's going to be a big mind boggler when we get there. I do think that we can chop a bit, punch up to that, get slapped back down, and try to build our next stair stepper on the way up. But yeah, I mean, calling for $350,000 within, you know, a few months time, cataclysmic at the least. Now we also had this Gary Cardone, Bitcoin's getting ready to rock and awe. I'm predicting a $50,000 green candle over short duration, say a 1 month candle. When do you think that could happen? If you think Bitcoin could move 1 trillion market cap in a month, this is just an absolute, I mean, it's closer to potentials, but I mean, that would be a 1 month candle. We're talking, let's go to a monthly candle, or yeah, we'll turn this into months. Let's go down. So that would mean a $50,000 monthly candle, bringing us to right around 120K. That is not like, that's way less out of pocket. I mean, I know that that'd be insane to see. But we are setting up, like the sentiment story that I brought up earlier, kind of highlighted. We are coiling here and building that base level of interest. You know, a lot of people are not in that hyper euphoric realm anymore. You don't have greed breaking the meter when you're checking in on CoinMarketCap or the Fear and Greed Index. It doesn't seem impossible to hit $120,000 within the next few months. That does not seem impossible to me. So one, food for thought, probably not going to happen for the Kiyosaki call. But Gary, feeling very bullish. I am also very bullish. I don't hate this prediction. Obviously wouldn't hate if I'm wrong, but I think we'll probably run into a lot of headwinds once we get into, you know, basically the $80,000 level on Bitcoin. We're going to bounce our head right off that. So got all kind of F Ukraine, the dollar will also always be worth $1, but it will be worthless. Yes, that is indeed. That's the weird case for regular people. They hold the dollar. They don't realize that it buys like half of what it used to a few short years ago. They still make the same amount on, you know, monthly basis from their income, their employment. They're just tailoring back their consumption, their food. Like, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine, until they can barely eat anymore. And then people will finally wake up. Maybe they'll be more interested in Bitcoin. If we do our work hard enough here in the basement, and we spread the message, we share the links, we like the video, then those people are going to wake up before it's too late. That's the whole goal here. And speaking of waking up, you know, I was thinking of Jack Dorsey today. Okay. And I was thinking back to this time where Jack Dorsey, for the first time in a while, came out with a video right after apparently doing some ayahuasca. Let's have a look. This appears to be a man who just did a copious amount of ayahuasca, is slapping his nads, giving closer into connection with the world, and maybe atoning for all of the censorship that he did on people during flu season. Maybe. I'm trying to leave some hope in my heart for someone like him. He came out with some words today that I thought were very, very interesting. This is from Elon Musk posting Jack Dorsey's thoughts. We'll go to this full screen and have a listen. I'm going to hear this out with an open heart.
This is going to sound a little bit crazy, but I think the free speech debate is a complete distraction right now. I think the real debate should be about free will. And we feel it right now because we are being programmed. We're being programmed based on what we say we're interested in. And we are told through these discovery mechanisms what is interesting. And as we engage and interact with this content, the algorithm continues to build more and more of this bias. But the algorithm, even if it's open source, is effectively a black box. You cannot predict 100% of the time how it's going to work, what it's going to show you. And it can be moved and changed at any time. And because people become so dependent upon it, it's actually changing and impacting the agency we have, the free agency we have. And I think the only answer to this is not to work harder at open sourcing algorithms or making them more explainable about what they're doing and why they're doing it, but to give people choice. Give people choice of what algorithm they want to use from a party that they trust. Give people choice to build their own algorithm that they can plug in on top of these networks and see what they want, and they can shift them out as well. And give people choice to have really a marketplace around an algorithm that you can choose.
Very interesting. The most interesting thing from me that I took from listening to him talk about that was him changing, and obviously the conversation of him talking about freedom of speech, kind of a tough sell, right? He brings up something deeper, the freedom of will, the forming of opinions through data aggregated to you from a system that understands your deepest wants and desires without you even realizing them yourself, figuring you out before you can figure it out yourself. And then they sell you down this echo chamber where you end up in a completely contrived situation of formed thoughts and opinions that really, you would never imagine yourself down that realm. But the algorithms that are built right now are designed that way, and largely for advertising purposes, for the bottom dollar, to move people into certain positions, understand their habits, understand their purchasing history, and make the most money off of them. I think that the call for free will and for open source is something we hope for in society. And that's the whole design, like the base layer. When I first learned about crypto and learned that there is a potential that the internet as we know it will no longer be centralized by parties that have financial interest, like the central bank, first of all, but then also big pharma, all the different ones. If I turn on the television, all I get is Ozempic ads and all these different things to, fix people with prescriptions and all that jazz. And it gets aggravating at a time because I feel like, what we're in right now is a place where Wall-E, the movie, might actually become true, where people have become so reliant on over-the-counter fixes and on immediate gratification online that we have the potential. I don't know if anyone's ever seen, you guys have probably seen Wall-E, but the society, have you seen Wall-E, Owen? You've seen Wall-E. It's a good show. A lot of lessons to be learned from this show. This is what ends up happening to folks. Basically just being carted around by Wall-E on a levitating chair with the screen right in front of them, hand-fed. They left too much trash on Earth to handle. The whole trash on Earth, it's a thing. Like my wife runs a sustainable fashion company. So we really try to put our money where our mouth is when it comes to leaving the Earth better than we found it. We're trying our damnedest. But the loss of free will, the forcing of narratives, and the control of mindset, I think, is one of the most dangerous things that we're facing right now. Now that we see this digital infrastructure of communication taking over our daily lives, it's all over the place. And so there is no denying it. Many lessons for adults in that movie. I agree, XR Pete. So, and we touched on this lightly. Earlier in the week, we saw China's mainland potentially being available to trade. I believe it's through Bybit. Now we're talking about that China never banned Bitcoin. In fact, China used Bitcoin mining, wasted renewable energy harvesting, and heat recycling. Pictures saying that mining has suspended for a month, then China let back the miners that served a purpose. What purpose? Let's get into it. So here's the mainland China, evolution of a country's share of hash power. And now many of the others, but are listed here. But let's keep going through this. So it was falsely reported as a ban by Western media. There is no evidence of a ban having ever been written into Chinese legislation, nor do mining maps support the ban theory, nor do first-hand accounts of miners. So, and then this is some of the articles that were coming out about it. China forces some Bitcoin miners to flee overseas. This is from Reuters, very large publication coming out with that one. In 2022, CNBC reluctantly acknowledged a lot of the mining was still happening, but falsely stated that they were risking it all. The claim was baseless and was contradicted by firsthand accounts of the miners we spoke to. And just another publication from 22 CNBC. We talked to multiple mining companies and mining distributors in China. The message is clear. If you're small, useful, and not using it to get money out of China, you're welcome. This philosophy has made Bitcoin mining more distributed and more clean energy based. Just a very, very interesting kind of nuanced approach to this whole China mining ban, because we all knew that the mining was still going on. We're hearing from Western media at the time that, nope, they've been banned from mining. They can't do it anymore. But then the hash power really, really never took a huge hit. Just a good little food for thought. Now this is our Biden poop tracker. After a quick diaper change, Biden now at Omaha Beach for D-Day memorial events. After his first public poop accident this morning with French President Macron, will Democrats push to have Biden retire and swap the new candidate in? Look at how confused he is. This is him getting out of a vehicle. Do they tell him where he's going? Like, I just feel, on one hand of me, it almost feels bad for him. Like, if this is my grandpa, I'd be like, dude, calm down. Go sit down, grandpa. It's okay. Like, this feels like elderly abuse. It has for some time. He looks confused. He looks bothered. Just kind of a bothersome situation. This is what happened this morning, what I'm talking about. He was meeting with Macron. Let's get the music on. That man has seen more things. He's probably already seen things, judging by his hat, but he's probably just seen a whole lot more for himself. So we'll be tracking that, see if Biden, I'm sure they won't tell us if he ended up actually crapping his pants. But, you know, one can wonder. And, you know, he may be crapping his pants about Hunter Biden, you know, being caught up on those gun charges. Maybe. This is another interesting thing happening on the Hill. This is a few days ago this happened. It got very little coverage. I agree with this guy, Josh. Should be on the front page of every newspaper. Jack Smith, illegally appointed, which makes all of his cases null and void. Let's just do a quick Google search. What the average person will find if they go ahead and Google Jack Smith. Let's see what comes up, just so you can get the context of what I'm talking about here. I know many probably in the chat already know. Jack Smith, special counsel that has been appointed to target Trump. And, you know, he's been called into question by quite a few people in Congress. X-Corp asking Supreme Court to review process that led to Jack Smith obtaining the Trump trial case, A.G. Garland question. So this conversation I found very, very interesting. Let's have a listen. Let's see what we got going.
Was Jack Smith nominated by President Biden or confirmed by the U.S. Senate?
Look, you're asking me about a case again, motions filed.
This is a simple question.
No, I'm not.
Was Jack Smith nominated by President Biden?
No, he was not.
Was he confirmed by the Senate?
No, he was not.
When was the special counsel statute passed?
There is no special counsel statute. There was an independent counsel statute that was expired.
So it expired. So what gives you the authority to appoint a special counsel? You've created an office in the U.S. government that does not exist without authorization from Congress.
There it is. That's a pretty devilish detail to find that Congress calling out that this special counsel led by Jack Smith has no right to even exist. Such a thought. What a thing to focus on. Merrick Garland will probably not get any justice regarding this man, but you know, those questions need to be asked. You can't just be creating dark organizations within the government using taxpayer dollars without any sort of even close connection to representation by the people that these systems are being used upon. I'm talking about the 81 million Trump voters that are basically seeing their candidate be strung in front of the nation while everyone's sitting here shocked. They can't actually be doing this. They can't actually be doing this. I can't believe you're talking about them doing this. So it's just a very dangerous time in American politics. We'll be coming out with a video about this on The Basement, more of a bunker dive on what happens when countries go down this route. It's not a good one. So, and this also, Senator Kennedy coming after Janet Yellen. Let's have a listen.
I'm going to say it again, you're a lot smarter than me. But my mama didn't raise a fool. Mm-hmm. And if she did, it was one of my brothers. And what you're doing You know it, and I know it, and all those people sitting behind you know it. You're paying 5% to borrow money when you could pay 4% to borrow money. You announced you were going to do that back in November 2023. You're working cross purposes with Jay Powell, who's
We're not working.
And the reason you're doing this, is try to give the economy a sugar high 5 months before an election.
There it is. He summarized everything. You're giving the economy a sugar high 5 months before the election. It seems that way. It really has seemed that way. And it's also been a prediction we've had they would do, and it's so weird how the 4-year cycle of Bitcoin is also tied to politics. I know someone said, Nick said politics only in the morning. This just, I had to cover it. Shout out, who just dropped the basement membies here, Owen? Who was that? You're an absolute G. Hold on. Who was this? Go up there. Crypto Pew Pew Cruise. Thank you. Thank you very much for your help on the basement. Giving Captain Banana, John Cotter, Big EO8. What's up, all the new membies? Join us in the Discord. That's where we're dropping all the stuff, and it's a pretty sick community. I see Dirty Dan dropping his near memes. Near memes look juicy. So we have this. The S&P just hit a new all-time high. This is the 26th all-time high in recent time for the S&P 500. While this is happening, the S&P is just absolutely going bananas. We see Nvidia off the charts. I got a advertisement on my phone late at night of a news article from, I think it was CNN, telling me investors are fleeing the market in droves. They are screaming out of the door. They will no longer participate in Wall Street because of the downside. Meanwhile, the reality is we're literally going the opposite direction. Oh my God. It's just, if sometimes you don't even feel like you're living in reality with the news that comes out from the big ones. This is a European Central Bank. Lagarde was asked, why are you cutting rates as you rise your inflation forecast? This is the action you get. Just, I don't know. You know, we basically have too much commercial real estate going into the gutter. We wasted billions, if not trillions of dollars on ESG initiatives that absolutely gutted the economy. So we're going to let inflation run rampant. That's the kind of the dangerous part about this is, it's bullish for these central banks to be cutting interest rates, but there is no monetary responsibility behind doing so. If they were monetarily responsible, they would actually jackknife the interest rates to truly get inflation under control and stop quantitative easing. But we can't have nice things in the world when it really comes down to it. So that's what we get. This absolutely crazy. So home prices up 47% since 2020. The average home price in America is nearly 50% higher than it was 4 years ago. Medium home is now selling for $420,000, which means the medium home selling for $135,000 more than it was in 2020. All as medium home mortgages rates are roughly tripled from the 2.7% interest rate. Man, times were juicy. For those that bought these interest rates, it was that was a good time. I got like it's either a 3.5, 3.75 on the house I have now. Barely got in before things got really ugly. On top of that, home price growth so far this decade is on the verge of surpassing all growth seen in the 2000s. During that time period, housing prices soared 47%, 80% spike before the 2008 market crash. So very, very interesting stuff to see. Everyone keeps poking the housing market, asking when it's going to collapse, when it's going to go to zero. Honestly, I think best we can hope for is like 20, 30% pullbacks. Oh, and press the arrow on the chat on the big TV there so I can see where that's going. We also had this, and this is all tied in. Another NATO-based central bank, Danish central bank, cut its rates to 3.35% from 3.6%. BIP rate cuts all over the place happening in NATO nations on the heels of Canada, on the heels of the European Central Bank and all of their plans. So it's getting weird. And oh God, I can't do it. I'm not going to, just watch out for this. Okay. I can't say this probably live on air, but if you can see the screen, or if you're listening on podcast, man in Mexico, first known human case. That's your tagline for that. You can go look at that for yourselves. This is Van Eck. All right. So Van Eck's coming out with their predictions. We have a lot of stuff going on. I'm gonna take a moment. I'm gonna decompress from all of this macro news. Owen, are you ready for this? All right, then. Let's go. We are the bread and butter ball. We are the bread and butter ball. That was the wrong button, Owen. That was the wrong. No. Really? Oh, fine. You know what I mean? Don't do it. Unbelievable. I had a whole planned episode. I had a whole thing saved on the system. Owen just refuses to show you guys. All right. So we got to get into this Van Eck prediction. This Van Eck prediction, more reasonably based. We'll find it after the show. Don't worry about it. Well, okay. We're going there. Let's go there then, Owen. Jeez. Unbelievable. The Blockchain Basement is powered by Arculus. This is the world's leading crypto cold storage where you can easily secure, buy, swap, send, and receive all your crypto with a simple tap using 3-factor authentication to make sure to keep your assets safer than ever. Make sure to support the channel. Use code BASE10 and click the link down in the description to get your hands on your security today. You made it. You made it. That was fine. I mean, obviously he deserves a mini fridge, right? Unbelievable. We got to send a refund. You know what I mean? No, that's great. And, support the channel. I mean, we offer the world's best cold storage. It's a way to keep your assets safe. I call out all of these problems within banks. They're sitting on nearly $600 billion in losses right now. For God's sakes, take control of your own stuff. What up? You got the Boog special going on today. Get him unmuted. Get him unmuted. We got the man, the myth, the legend.
Here I am.
How you doing, man?
I'm fully loaded on a enchilada and a burrito.
You had enchiladas too? Where'd you go to? Nepal?
On Nepal, yeah, I got the speedy with beans.
I hate you.
And it's
I
so
really, I can't stand it.
good. It's so good. What are we talking about?
Well, I got through all the macro. People reminded me, I talked about, but it matters. We had another central bank tap out.
Oh, we did?
Janet Yellen cooking the books to the moon right before the election. Yeah. Things happen. Biden pooped himself, so we've been doing an active Biden poop tracker.
Did he actually? We'll never know.
I think he did.
It was the suspect bodily movement.
It was, and the guy behind him, I think I still have it. Where is this?
Hola, chemistry bro. Glad you're back. Hola, Just Jim.
Here we go.
Everyone in chat.
I'm not going to get us banned by talking about this. So Van Eck is talking about ETH price targets by 2030. Best case is 22K. I think they're kind of being a little bit, or base case. Okay,
base
bull case.
Here we for ETH. Bull 154,000 per ETH.
Yeah.
These guys are smoking the crack cocaine. They're on new crack cocaine.
Bear call is for 360.
300. So a 90% drop.
Yeah, that's kind of a big area.
Yeah, they don't. This is. I don't know what I'm doing language.
Yeah. Well, when you see like those Tyler, like major prediction and it's like, it'll either go to $300 or $200,000, they're never going to be wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, by 2030, it is so hard to predict. A lot of me wonders how much the Bitcoin dominance will be able to hold up now that it's got the ETF going for it. ETH might stop taking so much of that market share.
Yep.
From Bitcoin, and plus you see what Solana's doing. Solana's going ape,
It is going ape. I just started a Bitcoin long.
You did?
On Blowfin. Yeah, because we're retesting 72. We've been tapping it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Every time we tap it, it gets weaker, and as soon as we get that breakout, it's 80K. We're gonna teleport to 80K.
Before we zoom in on that, Nick, did you know that Jack Dorsey came out with that ball slapping video right here, and then and he had hid from media, and since then we're up 172%.
I love that.
He was slapping his nads. So you're in a long right now.
I just opened a long at 70,900.
Okay.
So once we break out of the 72K range, it's basically a teleportation to 76 or 80,000.
Yeah.
I honestly, I've changed a lot of my thoughts when it comes to Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even put Bitcoin in the same stratosphere as other cryptos.
Okay.
Like, it's a hard asset that I'm going to hold for a long, long, long time.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything else is a Web3 crypto project, which is, as to me, has value on its own, but it's not in the same league as Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Someone's
agree
asking
with
me
that.
about like downtime and transactions and whatever, and what I'm bullish on in the space. And I'm like, guys, when I say I'm like the most bullish on Celestia or the most bullish on whatever, Bitcoin is not in that conversation because it's a different class of asset in my mind.
This is true. This is true.
It's the hardest asset around.
Yeah.
So I don't put it on the same, it's not even in the same conversation as Ethereum layer 2s or Celestia or Neoxa or whatever. I have completely changed my thinking where I don't even care about Bitcoin dominance anymore.
Really? Okay.
In my mind, the Bitcoin dominance is how many people have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
not
that's
not
true.
active wallets.
How
Because that's-
distributed is it?
how many people have Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Like really have Bitcoin, and the rest is just money that's coming out of TradFi and going into Web3, which is awesome.
Well, and it's probably because I was talking to DZ about how much money is coming to treasuries, and like the market cap's going to read huge numbers when we have $1 trillion in treasury stable coins. That's going to be part of the crypto market cap. And if you lump Bitcoin into all that, then the dominance goes down from all that treasury money too. That's an interesting thing to start thinking about, though, because these are metrics that are kind of new. We've never had to deal with ETFs being real. We've never had to deal with like treasury bills being put on crypto. All those weird little variables now.
Yeah.
So, just something to keep in mind. At large, I feel like the sentiment is still before we really started pumping in like October, August of 2020. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're like sitting there bare knuckling it. I was showing earlier in the show when we kept hitting our head against the wall on that 10K ceiling. Love
this
here. Yeah. So the 10K ceiling was just a very, very hard fought realm. And then we turned it into support before the real big move. So we got a lot of altcoin stuff to talk about.
I love it. Let's get into it.
Good. These were kind of weird takes from Marty Party. June 4th to 11th, the current weekly.
I'm going to send him a DM because I want him on the show. I'm gonna do
he's
it right
great.
now. Okay.
I want to get his opinion. He's talking about current weekly true transactions of all major public blockchains. He's highlighting 32 million on Solana. Near Protocol in number 2 was 7.5 million, and then Sui number 3 was 6.8. Toncoin 5.9. BNB. Polygon. So he's highlighting, but this is the thing that I kind of found interesting. Base, I guess it makes sense. Base is kind of a newer protocol, and we're most of what I've been excited about is the new growth on Base, not like it already competing with Solana. But he's calling out Solana and then Near and Sui as the top true transactions. And then also he's highlighting 3-month blockchain adoption for active users. Outside the store value for 2 execution layer chains have been adopted and are turning up. The network effect kicks in. Again, highlighting Solana, Sui, and Near Protocol showing promise.
Near is a sleeper. I've been sleeping on Near. Kelly actually took some meetings with Near when he was at Consensus.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's hard not to be bullish on Near.
I've already got a damn good bag of Near.
I don't have any Near.
Really? You know who beat me and you to Near? My wife. She bought like, where did she get this damn token at? Like when I saw, because I knew it was like a good project and it had all that connection stuff to Nvidia coming up. She was already getting in it. She was buying it like a $2 range.
Congratulations.
I hate it. I hate it so much. Now she brags about it every night. But I built out my bag when we punched down to like $5. It was like 5 and some change.
Yep. Near is like, it's like good Solana.
You think so?
Well, I mean, it's very similar to Solana, but it hasn't been tested at scale like Solana, but the development behind Near is way, way better than Solana. Marty Party's in a spaces right now. I've asked to come on stage and invite him onto the show live.
Yeah.
So C90, if you can clip this, Marty Party, we're a big fan of you. We want you to come on Blockchain Basement.
Huh. That'd be awesome to have his insight.
Yeah, we'll know if he pops on. Well, I'll literally do a live on the show.
Okay. Look at this Black Dragon, a Near meme coin.
Oh, should I buy Black Dragon now?
Dude, I hate myself so much for not just getting it when it was like 3 million, 3.5 million. It's sitting right now at 5.4 mil.
Where do I buy Near?
Oh God, I mean, we got to get into that.
Is it hard to buy?
This would be the first Near meme coin that I'd ever buy. Black Dragon. But I feel it's already at 5 mil, but god dang. I think Pelushkin might be behind this one. as
Okay.
well. So it's got some kind of founder vibes to it. Let's just go in. This also, when I went here and I realized that it's almost like toothless, my daughter
Very
would love
much
me.
so.
You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
That's toothless.
It is.
So I might have to get it just because of my daughter. She's obsessed with this movie still. How to Train a Dragon?
Have you watched the TV show?
No.
Has
They have a TV show?
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
The animation is nearly as good a quality, but it is an awesome TV show.
Okay.
There's like 7 seasons. It's Race to the Edge or something
Dude,
like that.
Dirty Dan, I know he's been scraping and really looking into near. He's talking Lonk.
Wow.
Another good
Lonk,
near
Ref.
meme, Ref Finance. These are things. Let's go into. Let's do some exploring here.
Yeah, chemistry, bro. Base lacking a token is a huge possible revenue stream there Coinbase is missing out on. They're just pocketing the transaction fees right now, so they don't really even need a token because as long as you're transacting on Base, Coinbase gets that. There is a fee, so that is not in their. That's not in their business plan because they know launching a token in the United States would be a death sentence.
Look at this ref on there. This does not look horrible. Like, I mean, it's a
All right.
$10.3 million market cap.
Bigger than Black Dragon?
Yeah.
What about Lonk?
Let's see here. That's what it was. Lonk.
Lonk. Just Jim says, Nick, will you invite Kyle Chasse
Oh, dude.
onto the basement? Sure, why not?
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah.
And also, what's that other guy? He's like the Giga Chad character. We had him on a thumbnail once. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Robert Breedlove.
Breedlove. That's the guy.
I've been
Yeah.
reaching out to Rob. I'll simp for him a little bit more. I'll be a reply guy to Robert.
2.4 million on
Robert
Lonk.
Breedlove. What is
This
this?
is some-
2.4. This could be it. Look at that. Health.
I know. On a
On a
shelf.
shelf.
It's all here. And we're seeing these signs. Another one I saw with that is Chain Swap. I was pulling up the yearly on Chain
Oh,
Swap.
I got to get into this.
Yeah, I mean, this
Swap.
looks reasonable. It's like you can see the depth has lessened.
Can you go to markets? I want to see.
Yeah, we'll go.
Where can I buy this? I may buy a
Pretty
live
sure
on stream.
Uniswap for sure. Let's see,
Uniswap.
yeah,
No.
Uniswap,
Unis.
Mexi,
Uni?
Bitmart. I'm just gonna probably use Uniswap. to
I
get
have
this one.
some ETH right now. I'm literally going to buy a live on stream.
You should. I mean, I've been looking at this chart. I'll probably forget to buy it after
Wow.
this stream because we run straight to the gym. But
Yeah.
right here, I mean, the depth is less on this. It's
The
looking like
depth is less.
the depth is less. Also, Singularity DAO. Look at this one. I mean,
Well, is that? But that's going in. That's different than
This-
the Singularity Net.
oh
right?
yeah, this is the DAO for Singularity Net. So I would take a wild horse bet on this one in
Interesting.
case it's. That's the thought is like Gertzel is behind. He's listed as the CEO of ASI,
Correct.
and so
Fact check. True.
and he's already leading Singularity Net. This is the
Yes.
DAO for Singularity Net. So it's kind of because I know that Ocean, in and of itself, I believe is a DAO. So there's got to be a choice there,
Yes.
or they might just have it so that Ocean is running its portion, and then Singularity DAO is handling Singularity Net's side. Probably could leave it the same. But the ASI token at large, I think that's going to be a big play. They're going to at least try real hard. Target price on CSwap, that is a hard one to guess.
Well,
Where
let's
is
do
CSwap?
it. Let's see
Let's
what
see.
happens. Chain swap.
55 mil.
Swap.
55 mil right now. Most of the supply's out.
55 million.
92% of the supply's out right
Can you scroll down to the contract address so I can see that?
now.
real
Yeah.
quick?
This is
OXAE. Just make sure I got the right one on
Yeah.
Uniswap.
double checking your work. I like that. 55 mil. God, I mean, I wouldn't discount $1 billion. I think that, I would be.
Should I put half an ETH in? Or is that too
You're
much?
going half an ETH into Chainswap, dude? If this.
$1,300.
Holy fuck.
If it
Holy
10x's, it'll 10x. It's 600.
Dude, I mean, if that works, we could buy Owen a mini fridge. He's
Yeah.
begging for a
At
mini
ma-
fridge right now.
Man, are mini fridges that expensive? I
Well,
got a 10x my
yeah.
C-Swap. God, what the hell mini fridge is this? Is it like for uranium?
Well, he's got to have a place for. Yeah, I mean, we got to have a place.
$30.
Lip dinners. We have to have a place for energy drinks, all of our activities.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
I'll do 0.2.
You're going in.
ETH.
God, I hate that I'm going to forget about this and you're doing it right now.
Confirm.
And you're going to come dancing.
$4 network fee.
Okay, Nick. It's a $4 fee.
Hate base layer ETH. All right,
Okay.
I'm putting in $773 into C-Swap.
You're doing it right now. Let's see if you move the chart. Probably won't.
Probably, I don't think so.
Yeah, probably not. I won't be able to see on here anyways. So we got
Okay.
C-Swap looking pretty juicy. Singularity DAOs, thinking about that one. Where's all my other stuff here? This is good. Just word of advice from Satoshi Flipper. This is another one. He follows me on Twitter, so I should just send him a damn message. Y'all aren't diversifying enough. Can't just have all your eggs in meme tokens. Nothing against meme tokens. The category has treated him well all year. Now he's a fan. But also be extremely diversified. Just watch it. These are good words of advice. You know, me for my meme coin plays, they make up a fraction of a percent of my overall portfolio. Maybe one kicks off and it becomes 5%. Those things happen, but I am not putting a big chunk down on anything that is very, very micro cap. Talking about Warren Kitty. I don't know. This is crazy, Nick. Rapper model Iggy has now made more money off her mother celebrity token than Michael Burry did off his Big Short during the housing crisis.
Yeah. Here's the thing with Iggy Azalea.
Yeah.
Okay. That's been covered. The second thing is she's not messing around. She's a meme lord. She gets crypto.
You think she's going to hold on to it?
She is a trad wife. She's in the kitchen. She is cooking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you look at crypto finally had these thoughts. I wonder if Iggy understands that she needs to do this every single day for the next 14 months.
I don't think I've got the right C swap. It's saying if I buy this, it will go up in price by 5%.
No,
for $700.
It's a $55 million market cap. There's no way that would cause that. That's insane. Iggy's actually holding it down. I mean, making more money than Michael Burry during like one of the biggest calls in market history.
Yeah.
And now I think Iggy is like, it hit 170 million in market cap. His mother is the token. Let's go
is
here.
She black?
I don't know.
Has anyone ever figured that out?
I have not.
Tell me in the chat if Iggy Azalea is black.
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, a lot. I don't know if this is a pun, but there's a lot of liquidity when it comes to Iggy Azalea. Look at the liquidity, 4.6 million. That's a lot.
I know that's a lot of liquidity.
She makes people wet.
Oh, gee, you went there. You went there. Look at the spikes on this thing, though. Look at the top end of this candle. Not even just the body of the candle. This is a hot and heavy 35% in a very short amount of time. Look at this. Let's go to the 4 hour. So this all happened. This candle was in 15 minutes.
Holy smoke.
This is crazy. Just the wick. Just the wick.
Just the wick is a 20% wick.
Just the wick, 20%. Crypto Pew Pew with the $5. Drew, do you still have the same conviction on Arrow? You're damn right I do. Been letting the negative thoughts come in. They have a pretty big bag. I got a pretty big bag of Arrow too. It's like probably 3%, maybe 2 or 3% of the whole portfolio. Still holding Arrow. Actually thought about buying more. The last buy was about 90 cents, 89.
I'm in.
You got it?
C swap. C is swapped.
C is swapped.
How did I?
Sitting here, I think the worry comes, people worried about hitting this dollar level.
Hit it and quit it.
This is the same kind of lessening of death that I look for before a resurgence. She's Aboriginal. Zach Nasty saying she's Aboriginal.
Impossible.
I mean, that might be true.
She's
okay,
not
hold on. We got to
Aboriginal.
find out. Look, our searches go from Jack Smith to is Iggy an Aborigine?
Is she an Aborigine? Now, hang on. This AI overview.
This is getting weird.
These are not right.
Yeah.
These are very wrong a lot of the
I
times.
saw one recommend you drink, bleach or something like that.
They had me on.
Look at this. Partial. Azalea claims partial Aboriginal ancestry, stating my family came from Australia on the first fleet. My family's been in the country for a long time, over 100 years. Your family's lived in Australia for a long time. Everybody has a little bit of Aboriginal blood. So just a touch. God, this mother token, though, this is absolutely incredible. $178 million market cap. Absolutely crazy.
Hang on. Marty's going to let me in.
Oh, yeah? Let's see if he's there.
Yeah.
How do we capture his sound?
I'm just going to hold up to my microphone.
Is he up? Is he actually?
It's like live right now. I know I will.
Let's get him.
I've put my hand up in the spaces.
All right. There we go.
Wait for him to call
You're
me.
in. No, live. That was pretty incredible.
Yeah. All right.
Is he going to let you on? This is pretty fun.
I have my hand up. I'm being respectful right now.
Yeah. I understand that.
Oh, he said, go ahead. Okay.
All right.
Hey, fellas. I just want you. He said, sorry, 1 second. He's in the middle of like heavily trading right now. Marty, I'm great. I'm sorry to interrupt. So I just want to let you know, like, you're live now on Blockchain Basement because we pull up all of your tweets and we love your research. So I just wanted to drop into your space. Yeah, but it's our show. We got 54,000. Yeah, we got 54,000 subscribers on YouTube.
I'm all over the place, guys. I'm gonna get on fucking Kramer. I swear, that's my goal. I'm gonna go on homie up with Kramer and teach him about crypto.
Ooh.
Yeah, before BitBoy lost his mind, these guys were all kind of together, and then now they got their own thing. What's it called?
Blockchain Basement.
Basement.
Blockchain Basement.
That's cool. They talk about blockchain in the basement.
Yeah. We're kind of
This is your thing.
Yeah, this is me. Yeah, you're actually live on our show right now. We're live streaming right now.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, man. Go ahead. Ask me anything. You want to regular listeners? Yeah. Expert calls 350,000 Bitcoin this year. Reading your latest thing. Yeah, people shout you out here all the time. Actually, they talk about blockchain.
We're actually we're actually really big fans of your stuff.
Turn the volume down. Oh, it's you with the mustache and the shirt with the flowers on it.
He's watching me now. This is incredible. I love this.
Now we've got a space going through YouTube, bro.
Yes, you do. So we always bring up your research. You're probably one of the smartest people in the space. So I just want to give you a shout out. Invite you to come on the show. We get crazy on Blockchain Basements. So if you ever want to come, talk about crypto, talk about trades, whatever you want to do, bro.
Yeah, man. I don't get interviewed enough, so yeah, just interview me, man.
Okay.
I'll make you laugh. I fucking guarantee you.
Oh, I know that. I know that's for sure. All right.
Some help and some knowledge.
I love that. I'll let you get back to your thing. Guys, everyone give this space a follow. Give this space a heart. If you're not following Marty Party, you're a Fed, okay?
Yay!
Get in there.
Blockchain basement, everyone. Subscribe right now.
Take it easy.
Subscribe. Thanks for
It's a beautiful thing, guys.
That's great.
This is community.
Oh my God. And if you don't follow me, you're a Fed. That's a good way to end it, like just to make sure. Yeah, very cool. So now just some things going on in the altcoin realm. I wanted to put a light on. Eigenlayer's total value locked is still ripping to the north side, breaking $20 billion in total value locked for Eigenlayer. This thing is turning into an absolute monster. There's Iggy. What else do we got here?
Congratulations.
I got all kinds of stuff here. Oh yeah.
I love how
Ether.
Rodney's trying to like simp for Iggy because he has the daddy coin.
Oh,
He has
yeah.
the mother coin. And I'm
Oh
like,
yeah. No, Rodney's all over
all
that.
right, Rodney.
Where is Daddy Coin?
It ain't gonna happen, Rodney. But Daddy's doing pretty well.
Yeah, we got to see Daddy Coin. We got to see where it's
He's
at.
getting hit right now.
Is he? The Jeets are coming out.
The Jeets are here. They're like, oh, young man, you think you're going to do this meme coin with your little liquidity? Guess what?
He's got it in him.
He's got it in him, but he's learned. Him and Josh are learning a hard lesson.
Yeah. I mean, the Jeets, they come violently,
The whales will show up and they will jeet all over your face continuously.
Pretty much. He's been posting pretty hardcore about Mother, though.
He has. He's trying to get in there, bro.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. Doing AI automated things. Mother.
We love Rodney, by the way. We love Rodney.
There he is. Shout out to him.
That's
He's out here. He's figuring his stuff out. And Rodney was like one of the most badass people I've met in crypto so far. Dude's awesome. So shout out to you, Rodney. Now this, I had Aether tokens, Aether tokenomics. Let's see here. Where is it? Tokenomics overview, a total supply of 42 billion Aether tokens. Strategic allocation ensures optimal growth for the balances of stakeholders' interest in both the short and long term. So in total, 56% of the 42 billion supply is dedicated to rewarding the community. That's a big, big chunk set aside to reward the community. 6% reserved for airdrop rewards, 15% for the Aether checker node, 35% for the Aether Edge enterprise rewards, and the remaining 44% goes to investors, the ecosystem, and the team. So just kind of an overview. I like to pay attention to these things before I grab it. I know that we got the Aether drop. I believe Aether tokens going live on the 11th. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is 11th this month? Is that correct? I believe that's what Veterans saying.
Yeah, I think so. Also, we should check in. I think the Pyth unlock happened, and if I'm correct, nothing happened to Pyth.
Well,
if anything,
the Pyth unlock did happen. I know that. Let's see the
Pyth
price.
pumped.
Yeah, I know. That's the crazy thing about like
Because the market prices this stuff in, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, when there's a token lock, you're like, oh man, just get ready, just get ready. Well, the market's getting ready.
yeah, not much.
It's been dropping off.
It
and
happened
then-
right here, and really not. I think it was actually right around here.
No, actually, it was very recent. It was announced. If
Really?
you're gonna have to go do token unlocks.
Yeah, let's go.
I think it just happened like last week.
Oh, and you're probably gonna have to pull me down because I'll have to log in here real quick.
No, you shouldn't have to.
Let's see
You
here.
shouldn't have to.
If let's see if it lets me in. Just raw dog here.
There you go.
Bam.
Raw.
Come on, you.
There's right there. Just you got to click on it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
There it is. I hate this computer, by the
I
way.
know you do.
Next of date is in
It's in a
346
year, so
days.
it just happened. It just happened.
I
The
know
big
it just happened. I hate being locked out of this thing.
one. Oh.
But it did just happen. The price, like you said, it didn't do nothing. Let's go here. Price right in there. I mean, it tried, and honestly, like the supply and tokenomics in this current environment matter less for new tokens. They
Yeah.
matter more for old tokens. So,
Yep.
that's kind of what we got to keep in mind when we're looking at a new project. I had someone asking me about Seamless. I still feel good about Seamless too. I don't think it's really moved much yet. It's at $5.19.
Seamless.
Just sitting
Yep.
here ranging.
Wow.
This is where I got to exercise patience.
Okay, what's the market? Where can I buy it?
Okay.
It's been on my list, bro.
All right. So this one, where is it? Where's the markets? Coinbase. You can get it. I mean, pretty much
Is there
anywhere.
Dex?
Aerodrome. You can get it. Sushi Swap. Aerodrome, Sushi Swap, and
Uniswap
Coinbase.
base. So
Yeah.
I need base ETH. Okay, that's gonna
Yeah.
take a second. So, but today I'm buying Seamless and Centrifuge.
Are you really?
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Okay. I probably need to pick up some AI. That's what I need to do.
Yes, you should get that.
That's on my to-do list. So, just keep that in mind. Like, I am more judgmental on tokenomics of old guard tokens. I'm more watching the tokenomics like a hawk on projects that are already in the top 100, especially the top 10. This is where I'm watching the tokenomics hard.
Yep.
A lot of people wondering what the hell's going on in XRP, Cardano land. And honestly, every single day I wake up meaning to get rid of the rest of my XRP. And then by the end of the day,
You
I
talk
have
yourself
not.
out of it?
No, I don't talk myself out. I just literally forgot. I
Oh.
forget about these damn tokens in the closet that I just cannot get the hell out of my hands. Probably just I feel good about building a bigger bag of near. Honestly, like I feel good about near. I know it's kind of high up there. But I think that this thing's got plenty of legs.
What's the market cap if you switch over to
8
market cap?
bill.
But
8
yeah, if
bill.
you do the switch.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Right there. You see
Yeah.
some inflation for sure.
yeah. Yeah.
But it's generally following the same lines. This thing, 8 bill right now, I'm thinking it's got what it takes. It's got the narrative, the need for AI computing layer ones to handle that stuff. I think it can plug into that. Anyone
Yep.
looked at Goldfinch? I'll check out Goldfinch after the show.
I've heard
never
of
heard
it.
of that. DZ sold his BTC for shady video editing software.
That name
Okay.
that name is too much. It's just I should ban you for that name.
Oh my god, that was amazing. DZ sold. I haven't watched it. Is it shady editing software?
I don't
or-
know. Who is that? Who is this person with this ridiculous name?
Oh my god, I love it. Oh, and Dirty Dan dropped the Near Dex in Discord. I'll get on that after we get out of here. Dirty Dan is all over Near. I want to pick your brain. I also, dude, how chaotic would it be to have Crypto Steve-O call into the show?
Well, he'd never get off.
I mean,
He would never leave the show. He
We
would
can
just
kick him off
continue.
eventually. We can
Yeah,
just
it's
mute
true.
him.
If he had a timer, I would give Crypto Steve-O 5 minutes on the
Yeah,
show
I'm down for it.
because he would just nonstop.
I do. He's saying pretty painfully obvious things though.
But then there's some days where he's like really salty and mean.
Yeah,
And
he
there's
wakes
other
up a
days where
little
he's like
angry.
nice.
Yeah, I might reach out to him. I might see if
I
we
don't
can
know,
work it
man.
out. I'm building out the call-ins, man. Maybe we'll have just like, the old school call into the show, and we'll have it on like a speaker or something like that.
Yeah.
I
I
we
know.
probably will end up in a lot of trouble from what the call-in people say.
We just do it on Rumble.
Okay, fair enough. That's a good way to build Rumble out.
A
That's
live call-in.
Live call-ins only on Rumble.
Wow. And there's a number that's just rolling across the bottom of the screen.
Yes.
Call in.
Yes. And then every now and again we'll have like the Antiques Roadshow like commercial come in. It'll be like 10 seconds.
Yeah, for Oculus wallets.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, I appreciate all of your support, you guys. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe and support the channel. This channel is powered by Oculus. This is the world's leading crypto storage.
Powers.
You can easily secure, buy, swap, send, receive all your crypto with 3-factor authentication. The click of a button. Use code BASE10 to get 10% off and click the link down in the description below to take care of your own crypto security for yourself.
Love
And shout out to everyone in the chat, man. You guys are the real ones. I'm so excited for the pizza party.
Yeah.
It's all happening. We're going to see Manawak here.
Manawak, Nicole, some other people. I don't know, how many signups do we have? It's probably 20 people at least gonna be there.
Last I heard it was like 16, 17 people.
Yeah,
so
17.
Going to be a lot of pizza.
There's going to be a lot of pizza.
And dessert. Custom dessert.
Custom Publix sheet cake.
I'm excited about this.
Yeah, be there, be square. Oh, and before we leave, can we leave with on the shot of Brittany Jean before we go? Not yet, but just go ahead and cue up that shot.
Shout out. I did give a shout out this morning, but let's just take this is the new month.
Yeah. This is the new month. Is Brittany Jean. We will simp for Brittany. We will simp for all the real women of America.
Damn straight.
Because
Damn
women, there are only two sexes, and Brittany is definitely one of those.
Chicka chicka.